big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad beat pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the big scam and stretch your distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no fives and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me cause her claim she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep the score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Like that. It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hello? That's the jag calling. Let me click over real quick. To let my jag talk it. I eat it. Ooh. When you backpack my bad, but I'm slap that's fast. If the money low, I'm a grand brown man. When it come back, I'ma give back my bad. When the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like who's that knocking at my window? My window. They say that it's the money. I'm like tenfold. Over and out. That's gon' make you fuck like a limbo. She said she not a, she an. Ooh, ooh, why you do that like that? It's a lot of money. Why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bad. You ain't get too bad, my bad. First of the month, I'ma run it back. Same day, why I'ma run it back. Friday, payday, run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. 48 yards, I run it back. I cop a car, I run it back. Go your then run it back. Run it back, run it back, run it back. Hey, how fit to be the boss? Let me find.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns.
We got this. Let's go now. Big ring. Check 53. Liam.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Check 43. No.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. To throw is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
The Browns take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready. Pittsburgh. Go off. 48 Mike. 48 Mike. Watch the slant. Check third. Hey, watch this.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Watch 54. Watch the curl. Watch the curl. Watch that. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4.
They're going to look to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. That one good for 26 and a first down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say, we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Check the call, check the call. 48. I got one. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Oh, here we go.
Out of the gun now on third down. That is caught. It's Perriman. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
We got double up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
Check 48's the mic. Check 48's the mic. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. 48.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, and it's third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
They'll look to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. And it bangs off the right upright. No good. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. And I don't think this was blocked. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just...
He's got a man complete. The 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Army. Check 15. Check 15.
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. First carry for Nick Chubb. And an alley to run. There he goes, right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Jackson throwing again. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Over. Mike 48. Mike 48.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completion.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Ready. 60 outlaw. 66. Pull it. High. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we're going to make the 48 right now. Let's go. Here we go, D. Here I come. Mike 48. Mike 48. Here we go. 48. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Bring it.
2nd and 11. He'll get this one to Galladay. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught at the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and goal. 1st and First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check 37, check the ball. Let's walk. Mike, double up, double up. He's coming.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Seibert on for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go, boy, let's go.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Jackson. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll take this one down to the 36. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now it's Jackson. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Browns defense stands tall. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position could get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his 2nd drop of the game.
Hey, we got Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, check. Mike 48, Mike 48. Rabbit. Off. 48, Mike.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And his throw here's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go. SOS.
He'll look to throw. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. That one goes for 24 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
This quarterback now 9 of 17 through the air. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Undercrunch. Quick dash. Go. Zoom. Sponge. No.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
What we got?
2nd and 5. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. George Kittle, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll run on 1st down. Hill. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there, but how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Play action. Now Jackson. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Underneath here to Hill. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Jackson on 1st down. They complete it to Hill. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
Jackson's going to try the sneak. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. How about this Browns defense they've held so far? This is now 3rd and goal. This time Jackson will throw it to the end zone, but it's incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
53 is the mark.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is going to be incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand. The Cleveland offense ready to go. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
Check 3, check 3, check 3.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Being chased out left. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Back to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. That one goes for 36 yards.
And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's first and 10.
4 down, check, 4 down. Watch out, watch out, watch out. 48 Mike, 48 Mike. Yup, yo. Danny. Arvin. Check, 48's the Mike. Check, 48's the Mike. Let's go.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Man, I got you. Buzz, be ready. Come on. Hey, look, 48. Hey, we gonna Mike the 48 right now. Let's go. Hey, here we go. Mike 48. Down they go.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway.
We got this.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Here's 2nd and 8. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking for Perriman there. He's got him. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the safety creep. Watch the edge. Check. Fresno.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Jamie Gillendow. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
And a Raven first down.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Here's Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They go play action now. Jackson, that's going to be caught by Samuel. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Jackson. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. It's Hill, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, which you're counting on. Is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. for it with Jackson. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Jackson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Hill. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, and they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Ed Oliver make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got to step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
On first down, Hill. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of... And it brings up 2nd down.
Check 3, check 3.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 22-yard.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
53 flat. Check 53 flat.
Now it's Jackson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Here's Jackson throwing on 3rd and long. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and that will get them 1 closer. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
The Browns take over. Get ready. At their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On the carry, it's Chubb. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. Now Chubb, and he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
A give running right is Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. They run. Chubb. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he gets this one down to the 24. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens' 24.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. Again, it's Cohen. And now off to the races, down the right side. That good for 19 and a first down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal.
Double dog, that's the way. Check 52. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 61. Match box. Right.
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Eric Sauber, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Jackson. Johnson's got it complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Got his target, Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 30. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, 36, 36. Check.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This will be caught by Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 30 yards, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away.
Let's go, boys, bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
They'll start the drive with Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Jackson's throw caught here by Boykin. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both, because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. If you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you block.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They, of course, tie game, would like to avoid overtime if they could.
And a lot of people would go ahead and play it safe here and get to overtime and try and win it there. But, you know, sitting up here in the booth,
take some gambles.
I say let's go for this thing, try and push it, and maybe catch the defense back on their heels a bit.
See if they do that. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react.
And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Tucker now to add the point after. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
Makes the score. Ravens 35, Browns 28. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. D Ford in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So for Baltimore, the win is their 8th on the year.